Good morning, party people. Johnny's walking over here. I was just explaining, on the weekend, I did an ultra marathon called the Sydney Backyard Ultra. A backyard ultra is you do 6.7 kilometers on the hour, every hour, until you can no longer run. And there is only one, it's like last man standing. So there's one person left of the whole thing. I did 100 kilometers and I was so proud of myself, and that's so far and it hurt so much. I just said to Johnny, I finished at 11 o'clock on Saturday. It is currently 3:30 Monday afternoon, and there is still 7 people running. 56 hours in. They're at 375 kilometers run so far, and one of the dude's goals is to do 100 laps. 670 Ks.
Pure insanity.
So the quicker you run, the more time you have off at the end. So I was running slow because I'm not good enough to run fast. And I'd have like 8 minutes off every lap to like sit, drink, have something to eat because you need to keep fueling, and then essentially go again.
But you can't sleep.
Those dudes are running and having 20 minutes off and getting 15 minutes sleep.
Really?
And they will literally fall asleep instantly for 15 minutes, up, get their stuff, out they go again.
That is freaking nuts.
Isn't that insane? Isn't that the dumbest thing?
Purely insane, and it's so dumb. You know what's not dumb? The fact that so many of you let us know that there's a brand new Evanescence song and we're gonna check it out. There's a familiar name on this one, Nathan. I believe Mr. Jordan Fish has something to do with this new track.
He has something to do with the entire new everything they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for Evanescence though, because they're a band that is so iconic and have such a sound, and although they're adjacent with a lot of the newer sort of bands, especially in the female-fronted heavy world, you wouldn't necessarily associate them with the Jordan Fish sound. So
I think what Jordan has done with Poppy stood out to the team here, and his ability to work with melody and those massive hooks and bring them a new level of production that might usher them into a newer era.
I also think it's as a producer and a songwriter, it's probably a great move on their part to get him involved, because he would have a really good idea of... It's raining. Yeah, it was quite grim when I got here.
Was it?
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
His ability to be able to say, look, you guys want to break into a little bit of new territory or refine what you already do.
Yeah.
Here's, as a songwriter and producer, what I think will work for you. Then again, I may be completely wrong because I don't know the song yet, but
I'm really excited. We were lucky enough to watch Evanescence, not the last time they're out, because we watched them. We watched them with Metallica, but we also went and watched their headline shows the time before that. And
we got to hang with them as well and have a little bit of a fun trivia game, which Nathan will put up there.
Yeah. But they were such lovely people.
Yeah.
They were really fun. The thing that blew me away more than anything, and we've been very lucky to watch a lot of sound checks and stuff that isn't the forward-facing, everyone's on. The most casual of sound checks for them was still more impressive than 99% of bands ever.
Yeah, they sounded amazing.
They sounded so tight, so effortless.
Flawless.
This is a band that, there's a reason they're so hyped, so I'm excited for it. Thanks for being here.
You know what else I'm excited for? Funny that the rain just came. It's getting cold in the mornings and the evenings again. It's hoodie time, baby.
Fuck that.
You don't like hoodies?
I don't like being cold.
Oh, dude, me either, but I love a hoodie.
I don't.
Oh.
It's a boring fashion piece. I like
but
a
you can
really
layer.
good hoodie.
Let's get into the music.
I'm not wearing a hoodie
Let's
to
get
layer.
into the music. Let's talk fashion after.
Okay.
I'm a fashion guy. Oh, I like those little bits of double kick in there.
That's a bit of a Matrixy vibe. That is immaculate production.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
That little synth note, and it sounds so of the era that Evanescence started, but with this modern production. This song sounds like it was a late 90s heavy rock song.
Yes, he has... Well, they have all brought the band into the 2020s stylistically.
That's what we are. I literally had a thing then. What year is it? Yep, 2020s, you're right.
He's taken, so far, the really good parts about this band and put a modernity on it and brought it into today's sound. Which we will talk more about at the end. It's a cool new metal riff that got a little bit of that modern metalcore feel.
I love that real fuzzy little... That's like a really fun little... I love the...
Second verse progression is really, really cool.
The cool thing with this is that like Amy's voice is obviously that's it. It's in the
so
spotlight.
iconic,
It's there, but there is so much little stuff behind it that's not unnoticed. It doesn't go unmissed. You still pick up on it, which is I wouldn't even begin to know how to make that happen.
Oh! Cool time signature. Oh yeah, halftime at the end. Choo-wee! Hell yeah. That's one of the best songs they've done in recent memory for sure. That's sick. I like that.
Yeah, it was toit.
It was very cool. It was very fun.
It's off the upcoming album Sanctuary. That's I don't know if you said that before. Yeah, that sounded like them at their best.
It also didn't sound like overly Jordan Fishy.
Reminds me of the Windows Media Player visualizer. That is so true, and also so telling of how old the audience is for this.
Windows Media Player visualizer. I don't remember that.
Oh, I forget that you're super old and you don't need a computer. So, do you not remember that when you used to play like through Windows Media Player? They used to have just like you play the song and there'd be just like a graphic thing.
Oh
that would go
yeah,
around
like
it.
it coloured like swirls.
So you could
like,
change the different graphics. There was a black and white one.
Okay. Fuck, that is a blast from the past. I don't really remember that. But
Did you like? Were you a LimeWire user or a Napster or anything like that?
So, LimeWire, yes. Napster, no.
Was Napster before or after LimeWire?
Napster was
before.
after.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because Napster's when it started getting like really big and popular. I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Like I remember, like trying to download things from LimeWire, and I'm sure I downloaded a bunch of stuff from there. But like it was one of those things that a lot of the time, like you didn't get what it said.
Sure. For those of you that are young, not us, back in the day before like streaming music existed,
You actually
couldn't
had to fucking work to listen to music.
You had to buy
get it.
music, and if you were dodgy, or poor, which is definitely both of us.
Both of us.
You could use these like websites. Napster and LimeWire were the two big ones, and you'd like search for like the torrents, or you'd like get the zip file of the albums or songs, and you download them. But a lot of the time, you wouldn't get what you were like downloading, and they always came with like viruses. So everyone's computer was constantly getting destroyed by these songs you're trying to get. I wasn't very tech savvy because I was like 13 or 14 when it was a big thing. So I had a friend to download them and then burn them on CDs for me. Which is great. I never got the viruses because he did it for me.
Very nice. Yeah, I had friends that would download them and make me mixed CDs.
Yeah.
Emo mix.
I had
Screamo mix.
I had like
Metalcore
I remember
mix.
having Linkin Park. I had Linkin Park was on one. I had Paper Cut followed by The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. That song had just come out.
Fuck yeah.
I'm trying to remember what other like big moments. The Dandy Warhols. That was an album I remember got downloaded for me.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people mentioning that Amy's voice hasn't aged, and
It's so true.
It is
It's
true.
so
it's very
true, yeah.
Like she has a very, very iconic voice.
That
and
bit
she
at the
sounds
start,
fantastic.
before she fully launched in, just like the vibrato, the control she has for that like controlled waver, it's hauntingly good.
Yeah, look, everyone's loving this, and I'm on board with that as well.
Yeah,
like
I'm
I said, I love. It was produced by Jordan, wasn't it? Does it say anything?
It doesn't say anything about that, but
I swear I saw something about him being a part of this.
I know because when we saw him last time, he was like, "I'm heading over to LA to work with them next week."
That's right, and that was when it was.
And he has posted
great.
stuff on his stories of being with them in the studio and stuff.
Yeah.
So he has posted stuff.
Look, I like that it's kept the Evanescence sound. It's kept that gothic rock vibe and feel. Like I said, bringing those modernities into it, and that next level of. It's just a little bit of an elevated level of heaviness in some of it.
It's like a redone nu metal vibe in there as well.
Yeah, but it sounds like them, but it's got a little bit of a new flavour on it. And I think that's cool because obviously, like I said at the start, working with someone that has done so much stuff and is such a force in the modern music world is a really good way to break out of old writing and recording habits.
Yeah.
Because it's such a common thing. It just gets
Agreed.
stuck in your ways.
I thought it was sick. Also,
Enjoyed
their logo reminds me of Twilight. Do you think it looks Twilighty?
Yeah, it does, but it's also been the same.
I know, but
for
I've only
years,
just
so-
like connected it with that Twilight. I think maybe the font that says Twilight.
Remember when we spoke about like iconic
Hoodies.
fonts and things like that? That's a pretty iconic one.
I don't think I could have drawn that for you ahead of this.
Except the Red Cross kind of makes it look like Evanescence. Wait, have we been wrong this whole time?
We said it wrong this entire time.
Evanescence.
We'll talk about hoodies next one. We'll talk to you long. Bye, guys.
No,
Bye.
we're talking about fashion, damn it!
Come back in the next video if you want to hear Johnny talk about fashion.